Welcome to the Raider Nation podcast, where we're talking all things Nettleton. And now, here's your host, Lainey Oliver.
Hello, thank you for joining us today on our Raider Nation podcast. Today we have Ms. Timmermann. She has been a great not really addition. You've been at Nettleton for how many years?
This will be my 54th.
54th, there you go. I mean, that just says it all. That's why we have you on the show. So today we've got a few questions for you, just to help get to know our teachers at Nettleton. So, first question, where are you originally from and how did you wind up in Jonesboro?
Well, I am originally from Texas. I'm a Texan. I'm a Texas Aggie. I am not a Razorback fan. And I ended up in Jonesboro because I married a Texas Aggie. And after he got his graduate degree, he landed a teaching position at Arkansas State. So we came up when he secured his teaching position at ASU in 1967.
What made you want to start teaching?
Well, I suppose in growing up, we didn't have all the electronic games that we have today. So one of our favorite pastimes in my household was playing school. And I always ended up the teacher. I guess I was the bossy one for some reason. But I had a bunch of role models in high school. My teachers were passionate about what they did. And I just would look at them and think, boy, it would be nice to be able to be in that position and come in contact with young people every day. And so I think that's probably where where it started.
Yeah. If I was ever a teacher, that'd probably be my big thing, is like having that relationship with my students and getting to teach.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So if you wouldn't have taught, what would you have done?
If I would not have taught, I was always good in the business subjects. In high school, we had, of course, typing. We didn't have computers back in the 50s. And we had shorthand, and we had bookkeeping. And I really enjoyed those areas. And while my husband was in graduate school, I worked in the finance office or fiscal department at Texas A&M. And I really enjoyed the accounting work, and probably I would have ended up in the business field in some area.
Yeah. So, as you said beforehand, you've been teaching for 54 years.
Right.
What is one thing you thought get you through all those years of teaching?
What is one thing what?
You think helped get you through all these years of teaching?
Okay. I think probably believing that I make a difference in the lives of the students, taking the student that comes in that we don't know what they're dealing with in their home lives, and learning to be patient with them, and then watching them succeed and having that aha moment, hey, I've grasped it, I've got it, I realize it, I understand it. That is very, very satisfying for a teacher to realize that maybe she has made just a little bit of a difference in the lives of others.
Mm-hmm. What are some things you like to do in your free time?
Well, in my younger free time days, we traveled a lot. My husband passed away 4 years ago, and since that time, my children won't let me travel by myself out of town. They have to go along with me. We enjoy camping. Right now, I like to read. I like to putter around the yard a little bit, but mainly reading and working on puzzles. That's one of my passions.
That was my grandma's number one gift this year. She said, just get me some puzzles. And I said,
send me some puzzles.
You got it. All right. What is something that would surprise people to know about you?
Well, I've traveled abroad. If that's surprising, probably not so in these days. I've been to France and Switzerland and Germany and Belgium. I have met and conversed with President George W. Bush, the older Bush,
I would say that's pretty
And
surprising.
LBJ, he was a Texan before he was president,
Mm-hmm.
and Bill Clinton several times.
There you go. I think I would say that's pretty surprising, personally. When do you plan to stop teaching?
I suppose that my health will dictate that, as long as I can get up and make it to school in the morning, and I still enjoy it. So
Yeah.
I will keep coming as long as my health will allow it.
That's a good idea. I think it works for you.
I hope it does. I hope it does.
What is some advice you would give your fellow teachers?
First of all, they have to decide that they're not in it for the pay, that they have to love students.
Yeah.
They have to pick their age group. I don't know that I would make it in elementary. I admire elementary teachers tremendously, but I don't know that I'd have that patience. But they have to learn to plan. They have to learn to believe in their students and not take the attitude that I'm the teacher and I'm up here and this is my classroom. You've got to give and take.
Yeah.
So I think they have to enjoy teaching, enjoy helping, and having that sense of I am doing some good in their lives.
Yeah.
And be patient. Patience, I think, is number one.
Yeah. What are some things you would tell students who might want to become teachers one day?
Choose your subject. Make sure you enjoy your subject. Choose your age group. Again, you're not in it for the pay. And just realize that you're going to have crummy students and you can't reach them all, and don't get disheartened. But be patient and take your time and enjoy basically what you do. If for anyone to not enjoy whatever they're doing in life, they're going to have a miserable life if they have to get up and go to work every morning and not enjoy their work.
Yeah.
So make sure that you do enjoy the teaching aspect of it, and that you are not going to get rich from teaching.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing right there.
Mm-hmm. My mom's a kindergarten teacher, and as you said, she does have to have a lot of patience.
You do.
Yeah, but that was one thing about it, was the pay.
The pay.
But she loves it so much, so she doesn't
That's
care.
right. And if you're a two-income family, if your spouse is working, then it's not a great problem.
Yeah.
But and you have to learn to budget. I mean, but you're not in it for the pay. You're in it because you love it.
Yeah, and she does. She tells me
And there are
that
other
every day.
rewards than pay.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we'd like to thank you for coming on our podcast today.
Been a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
All right.
All right. Okay. We have a little addition to our questions that we didn't ask you beforehand.
All right.
Who do you think's the funniest teacher, Mr. Watson or Mr. Miller?
Mr. Miller, definitely Mr. Miller.
Okay. All right. We won't put this in the podcast though. We can't have Mr. Watson know when we have teams.
Okay.
All right.
Is that what I was supposed to say?
Exactly. You did great. You did good job.
All right.
I thought, well, maybe you didn't want to be funny, so maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of the Raider Nation podcast. Make sure to join us next time. And as always, Raider Pride is justified. Raider Pride forever.